I'm Fiona and my son has been earmarked for one of the Barry Street units. So I'll be looking forward to him getting a little bit of independence and me a little bit of independence too. So as part of the user group, Community Living and Respite Services have been questioning me on what will benefit Dylan and what works best for him, like floor surfaces and, transition between one room to another, and what he specifically requires as opposed to what anyone else would think, Community Living and Respite have asked me what Dylan's specific requirements are for in the building, which is going to be his home. Soundproofing, as you can hear from him in the background, and what he specifically needs and what will make it a home for him. We've looked at floor plans and layouts and situation on the block, how it's north facing and which areas work best for him and all that sort of stuff that's in a new build. The project and what's important to us is that having a house that is actually a home. It's something that he's going to feel safe and secure in, but it will also complement him and help him achieve his optimum. If you don't want to be walking into a bright red room, you want something that's going to be soothing and calming and relaxing for you, much like when we go somewhere, when you go and stay somewhere, it's got to be an environment that's make you feel comfortable. So that's what he's after. So the main requirements for Dill in the Barry Street project would be something that's sort of fairly sturdy, and that's the design that it's built in is the robust level, which is quite hard to find an SDA in that category, because he can be a little bit sort of challenging in his behaviours. So sometimes things take a bit of a harder knock than he actually means to give. So it needs to be fairly sturdy. He needs to be adaptable to for the long-term strategies and lifestyle that he has in place. Why he's not in a wheelchair at the moment, at one stage he may be. So it's items like that, wide doorways, no hallways, because he has sensory needs, so he doesn't want to be bouncing off the walls like he does here at home. And just something that's going to make him feel like it's his place rather than he's just staying there. So why we're most excited about the Barry Street project is because we both get a little bit of independence back in our life. I'm getting a little bit older, just as much as Dylan is getting a little bit older, and even though most families, some of their children are still at home when they're nearly turning 30, it would be nice to have Dylan out by the time he's 30. So just even we've found when he goes away and he's been staying at carers' houses, he's really grown as a person. Like, he's got out there, he's been more social. And we all know when our kids or ourselves are stuck at home with our parents, we sort of become a bit reliant on them. So it'd be nice for his independence to achieve more and get more value out of life.